Good morning, boys and girls. Today I'm going to do a pop-up card for you that you can actually use it to make a book. And because Reading Across America is coming up, it will be good to use this. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to lower my camera. So let's get started, okay? Alright, first thing we're going to need is we're going to need some paper. So I'm going to get a colored sheet because it's easier. Well, let's just do a white sheet. Get a white sheet of paper. I'm going to see if I have a bone folder here. It helps me to do my cards better, so I'm going to check in here. Oh, I have one right here. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna fold our card in half. And this size paper is 8.5 by 11, so I'm folding it to be 5.5 by 8.5. Okay. So, see, I fold this card, and then I'm gonna take my scissors. I don't measure anything, but if you wanted to, you could. I'm gonna turn this around. I don't measure, so I'm gonna cut this around, and I'm gonna cut this at 2. I'm gonna use my score, and I'm gonna cut it at 6. Okay. Cut this right here, go up right there, about right there. Then I'm going to cut it here, and I'm going to cut it here. Okay, boys and girls, you can see that? Okay, and then I'm going to take it, I'm going to bend the ones that I cut up, I'm going to bend it up here like this. Just like this. I'm going to score it so that you can see it, that fold. Okay, let me see how that looks right there. Okay, now I'm going to take it and flatten it out. I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to take this part that I scored, push it in like this. Push it in like that. See how that is working? Push it in like that. And then I'm going to fold it down. I'm going to score it just to make sure it stays folded in. Okay. And that right there is how you do the first part of your card. Then I've already cut some more cards, boys and girls. I'm going to layer my cards, so they're going to be different colors. This white one is a little larger. I need to cut a bit off on here. Let me make it even as my other cards because I cut them on a machine. So this white one is a little bit longer because I was trying to save time. So we get there. Alright, that's not the same size. Okay, I think I'm going to put my white card in here. I'm going to layer my cards. But I think I'm just going to show you one. I'll lay them later. But if you want to tell a story, you can start with the beginning of your story. This is your pop-up card. And I have some of the things that I cut out earlier. And it's going to be talking about the three little bears on this little story. Cut up these little bears. So I'm going to cut it to shape. I'm using my fuzzy cutter scissors. I don't usually use them on cutting paper, only when I'm cutting objects out. So I'm going to put that up here. And I'm just going to trim a little bit. Just fuzzy cutting on this one. And I'll show you the picture in a few minutes. You know, there was three little bears. There was a mommy bear, and a daddy bear, and a baby bear. I'm sure you heard this story. Sorry about it. There's always stories that back in the day when they told stories and it was like the three little pigs. I remember telling those stories to my kids. But with this little book, this little card, I can actually make it into a book. Okay, I'm going to start with one. This one. This one here has a one holder on it. And I'm going to put this here. Just get started with my story. I'm going to get me some glue. I tried to put everything in here that I needed so that I wouldn't have to stop what I was doing. This right here, glue, I like using this because I'd rather use this, and sometimes I have to use the hot glue stick. But I'm going to shake this up. Sometimes it's hard to get started, but once it gets started, it's good. I'm going to just take this little pin, put it back in there. Sometimes I have to go give it a little help. Like we always need some help. And whatever we do, that's why we have to depend on the Lord. So I'm going to put that little glue right here. Okay. And I'm going to put it here so it'll stay right where I put it. And when I fold it down, it'll be there. Now, I might have put too much glue on it. We'll see. But I'm going to fold it down. And then I'm going to pick it back up. And notice that I folded down. I picked it back up. And there's my first part of my story. There's three little pigs, the mommy bear, and the mother bear, and the baby bear. And notice how the baby bear is looking at her mommy. Wow. So, boys and girls, I'm going to pause for just a moment. I have to get you something else, okay? All right. I was doing some things offline. Sorry. But I'm going to show you how it's going to look. I want you to put it together so it'll look like a book. So you notice that here it's talking about Goldilocks and the three little bears. Okay? A little closer for you can see that. But it's going to be a little book. It's talking about Goldilocks and the three little bears. And then right here I introduce the family to you. The mama bear, papa bear, and the baby bear. And here you know it's always somebody that's going to leave home without someone telling. So we talk about the baby bear who ran away from home. He ran away from home. But in the end, he comes back and they're all together and Goldilocks is with them. So now I'm going to show you how I did this. We're going to put the third one in. I'm sorry, it's 1, 2, 3, the fourth one in. And I'm going to use this right here. First, I'm going to glue this down on the back. Just put a little glue right here on the back of it. Okay. Takes a little time, but never rush. Take your time. Even if you have to finish it later, take your time, because you want it to look good. So I'm going to take this set. I'm going to put this one. I'm going to insert this one right in front of this one. This story. Make sure it's even. I'm going to get my bone folder and pull it down. And so I still have that opening there, so I can't have that opening. So I'm going to put this down on a little piece of paper that I cut. I'm going to put some glue all the way around. And this is going to make your book look nice. Okay. So I'm going to put this right here. It's like I'm covering up the front door. Yeah. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to put some words in here. So that's why I wanted to put it right there. You notice I put that there. And now it's time for me to put my other story in, when they all came together. Now that they're all together, boys and girls, it's not good to leave home without permission. And that little bear knew he should not be leaving, but he wanted to go out. And I think I put in a little bit too much glue. Let me see if I can wipe some of this glue off here and put it someplace else. And put this glue in here. I was putting it on here like I was doing it all over. Let me try to get some of this glue off. So that's why you have to pay attention to what you're doing. Because I was putting glue on here like I was fitting to do a single card, not a pop-up card. I just need a little glue right at the tip for the pop-up card. Okay? Right at the bottom. I don't need the glue all over. Just at the bottom of it. Can you see me, boys and girls? I'm putting my family near in. They're all together and with Glowing Lock too. Okay. So it's gonna pop down. I'm gonna pop her down and down and smooth them in and lock them all down. Okay, that's all of them. That doesn't look good. So now we have to fix that part. I'm gonna glue this down all the way down. And this is going to be my top of my book, the cover of my book. So now it's time to decorate the cover of my book. So I'm going to put some glue all over. And this is going to be my cover. So I'm going to start right here and put my back down. Right here, make sure it's straight. Make sure it's straight. I'm going to use my bone folder. My cover of my book. Okay, so if I get ready to tell my story, put a different color right here. I think I want to put it all white. So I'm gonna give me some more scissors. I'm gonna cut it. It's about right about here. Ouch. These scissors are very sharp. I should have put this on first, but like I said, I'm not perfect. I'm just having fun in the craft room. That's what I do. I just have fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just make it look good. Especially when you're dealing with kids. You try to do the best you can do. I'm gonna cut this right straight down here just to even it up. And I think I'm gonna use my cutter. Bring it over here and cut this just to make it a little straight. I want it to look nice. Don't want you to look tacky. Okay, so I have a little granddaughter who's 5, and I'm gonna give this to her and let her have it and play with it. The story is not complete. It's just got some of the characters in it, but at least you can see the characters. Okay. I'm trying to put. You have to put this little pin back in here. See? You have to make sure it's in there. Don't your glue will dry up. I think I got that on here. Next time I will put a whole sheet. Alright. There's my book. And my story, boys and girls. My scissors. I like to put everything back up in its place. A bone folder. And I'm going to let you see it close up. So, here's my story. It talks about Goldilocks and her 3 little bears. Then, and they had a home there in the forest right there walking around. And here's all of the bears. There's the daddy bear, the mama bear, and the baby bear. And notice that the baby bear is always looking up at her mom. Oh, it could have been a boy too. And guess who went away? You know, baby bear ran away. He don't know what he wanted to do. He wanted to go out and pick some flowers. But mommy bear and daddy bear looked all over for him. So they finally found him. And they all were back together again. Isn't that wonderful, boys and girls? And then they had their friend with them, Goldilocks. So boys and girls, remember, you can make your books to tell your story to anybody you want to, just with a pop-up book. I'm going to decorate the outside of my cover, and then I have to do the back. I think I'm going to put a different color paper on it to make it look good. I like using different colors of papers. I think I'm going to get something out of here and pick a color that's not so dark but pretty. I think I want another color. I'm gonna get another piece. Go to get my other colors out. I want it to look like a book, boys and girls. I hope you can hear me okay. My voice is so light sometimes. But I am trying to talk a little louder. So I think this would look nice. That's pretty. So, gonna make my cover on my book. I'm going to cut it down. First I fold it. And I'm going to even it up. Then I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to use my scissors. I'll just put it a little on top of it so I can know how I want to cut it. So I think this is gonna look good. What's this? It's my book. Cover. Then again, I think I just might put that on my back and let my book cover say red. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, boys and girls, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut this down to size. Cut it around this way. I like it straight. Just gonna trim a little bit off. Just a little bit off. So mommies and daddies, you can do this too. And it's good for all of y'all to do it together. Have fun. I have fun in the craft. It keeps me going because I'm alone right now. But I'm not alone because somebody's always here. But I lost my best friend. He went to sleep in the Lord. So now I just do crafting all the time. Because that's what he would tell me to do. Do what you love. I love doing things for kids. I love taking care of, doing something for the homeless people. I love taking care of the sick people. And that's what God wants us to do. Just to be ourselves. You know, it's a good feeling to just be yourself. Because I don't want to be anybody else but me. Just me. So if I can help anybody to learn how to do crafting, I will. All you have to do is email me at Austin at, I'm sorry, wrong one. Austin 5960 at gmail.com. That's Miss A's Craft. That's right, Miss A's Craft. Now I'm going to put some glue on this side. It's just right here because I want to be able to pull my book up. Well, I can glue the back down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I can glue it down to there. I can put some glue down there because that's my back. And it makes it seem like a long time, boys and girls, but you can make your book as many pages as you want. And you're going to add to it more than just one. You can really put 3 pages and make 3 sections, and I'll show you how to cut that in a moment. Now, I'm going to put my title on my book. I'm going to put my title on my book. I'm going to raise that up. Just a little bit. Okay, and this is just Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree. think I'm going to put a little something on the front. I'm going to fuzzy cut this little bear. This is called fuzzy cutting. When you go really, really close around the object that you're cutting, it's called fuzzy cutting. Gotta be very careful, and you don't move your scissors, you only move the paper. Remember, boys and girls, you don't move your scissors, you only move your paper. That way you get as close to the edge of the picture that you can get. So when you put it on your, add it to your other project, it will work. I'm just going to put this little bear on the front. It has nothing to do with the story, but it's a bear. So that's all that matters. Remember, my book is a storybook for fun. It's just a little fun for my granddaughter. Because she's 5, but she's going to try to read across America. Isn't that right, Tina? Reading across America. And boys and girls, it's very good, important that you read. Reading is so important. It can take you all over the world. All over the world, boys and girls. And you don't have to leave your house. Just by reading. I know the kids at the school is Ephesus Academy. They have a very good librarian there. And she's always encouraging the young people to read. The entire school. Always encouraging to read. So, I'm going to put a title up here. I'm going to put a title up here. I hope I wasn't off camera. I move around so much. Raise it up a little bit. But this is my book now. And this is the back of my book. And now I'm going to tell the story.
Excuse me, it seems to be that someone is trying to contact you through this text message. Please check your phone now.
Sorry about that. That was my phone. But I can't stop the recording. So here you go. The story starts here. My pop-ups. I hope that you enjoyed this. Remember, this is Reading Across America. You can make your own books. And remember what I said, if you want to add more pages, you can. I only did this one right here, but you can also cut one here, and you cut one here. You can make it 3, not just one. You can have 3 people, 3 images in your book. So, remember, we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Philippians 3:14. And trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not unto your own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. That's Proverbs. Remember, God knows everything. So, goodbye. This is Mrs. A from Mrs. A Craft. God bless.